জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় গোপীজন বল্লভ জয় গিরিবরধারী জয় গোপীজন বল্লভ জয় গিরিবরধারী জয় যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জন রঞ্জন যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জন রঞ্জন যমুনা তীর জয় জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় রাধা গিরিধারী রাধে জয় রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর জয় রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর জয় রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর জয় রাধা শ্যাম সুন্দর জয় লাড্ডু গোপাল জয় লাড্ডু গোপাল জয় লাড্ডু গোপাল জয় লাড্ডু গোপাল জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেব জয় সুভদ্রামাই জয় নরসিংহদেব জয় নরসিংহদেব জয় নরসিংহদেব জয় নরসিংহদেব জয় কুর্মাদেব জয় কুর্মাদেব জয় কুর্মাদেব জয় কুর্মাদেব জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় জয় গুরুদেব 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 জয় জয় গুরুদেব জয় শ্রী শ্রী রাধা गिरधारी की जय पंचतत्व की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरुदेव की जय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो विष्णुवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय This time starting with the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat नष्ट प्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी श्रृण्वतां सकथः कृष्णः पुण्य श्रवण कीर्तन हृदयन्तस्थ भी अभद्राणि विधुनति सुहृत् सतम् हरे कृष्ण श्रीमद् ग्रंथराज भागवतम की श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय Good morning to all of you and welcome to this morning Bhagavatam session. I beg your mercy to perform this service to best my ability. Please bless me. Today we will discuss that chapter 14 from Canto 4 and text 20. This is that about that story of Vena. Last time sharing the screen. Can you see, right?
Yes,
is it visible here? Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Tusmin tuste kimoprapyam jagatam isare sare lokah sapalahi tasmai haranti bolimadritaha tasmin tuste kimoprapyam jagatam isare sare lokah sapalahi tasmai, haranti bolimatritaha. तस्मिन् तुष्टे किमप्राप्यम् जगतामीश्वरेश्वरे लोकः सपाला हि तस्मै हरन्ति बलिमाद्रितः. Anyone would like to try?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu, please go ahead.
Tasmin tuste kim aprapyam jagatam ishara vishware loko shapalahi tasmai haranti balim matritaha.
Thank you, very nice. Anyone?
तस्मिन् तुष्टे किम् अप्राप्य जगताम् ईश्वरेश्वरे लोका सपाला हि एतास्मै हरन्ति बलिम् आद्रिताः.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Anyone would like to do? Synonyms would like to read?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Tasmin, when he should stay is satisfied. Him, what? Aprapyam, impossible to achieve. Jagatam, of the universe. Ishvara, Ishvare, the controller of the controllers. Loka, the inhabitants of the planets. Sapala, with their presiding deities. He, for this reason, Vetasmai, unto him. Haranti, offer. Balim, paraphernalia for worship. Adritaha, great pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Please continue to read the translation, Prabhu.
Okay. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped by the great demigods who are controllers of universal affairs. When he is satisfied, nothing is impossible to achieve. For this reason, all the demigods, presiding deities of different planets, as well as the inhabitants of the planet, take great pleasure in offering all kinds of paraphernalia for his worship. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Anyone would like to do the purport? It's a little big purport.
I can do.
Please. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All Vedic civilization is summarized in this verse. All living entities, either on this planet or on the other planets, have to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by their respective duties. When he is satisfied, all necessities of life are automatically supplied. In the Vedas, it is also stated, Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadhati Kaman, Katha Upanishad 2:13. From the Vedas, we understand that he's supplying everyone's necessities, and we can actually see that the lower animals, the birds and the beasts, have no business or profession, yet they are not dying for want of food. They're all living in nature's way, and they all have the necessities of life provided, namely eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Human society, however, has artificially created a type of civilization which makes one forgetful of his relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Modern society even enables one to forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead's grace and mercy. Consequently, modern civilized man is always unhappy and in need of things. People do not know that the ultimate goal of life is to approach Lord Vishnu and satisfy him. They have taken this materialistic way of life as everything and have become captivated by materialistic activities. Indeed, their leaders are always encouraging them to follow this path, and the general populace, being ignorant of the laws of God, are following their blind leaders down the path of unhappiness. In order to rectify this world situation, all people should be trained in Krishna consciousness and act in accordance with the Varnashram system. The state should also see that the people are engaged in satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the primary duty of the state. The Krishna consciousness movement was started to convince the general populace to adopt the best process by which to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus solve all problems.
Very wonderful verse. Okay. Before discuss something, we would like to take the mercy of Guru and Gauranga with the invocation prayer. Om Ajnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vandehang Sri Gurung Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatang Shagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Shajivam Sadvadaitam Shabodhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitangsto He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dino Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesho Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavoneshwari Vrishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaye Vacha Utitanam Pavonebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swamin Iti Namine Snigdha Cheto Shupraneto Bhagminam Charasha Plutam Prabhupada Gata Prana Namami Bhakti Charu Padam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pasato Desha Tarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to all of you. Today's verse is very nice, very wonderful, and so many insights in the purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped by the great demigods who are controllers of universal affairs. When he is satisfied, Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam. Nothing is impossible to achieve. For this reason, all the demigods, presiding deities of different planets, as well as the inhabitants of their planets, take great pleasure in offering all kinds of paraphernalia for his worship. Prior to discuss this, just would like to recap, though we are all here to know about the story of the Vena, how he is the mischievous, and how his activity is very demonic. And yes, the saintly persons giving the advices, convincing to Vena regarding the dharma. What is the real dharma? What is varnashram dharma? That day Poshak Mata Prabhu discussed so nicely. And people of a kingdom should follow the varnashram dharma. Offer the result to Jagnapurush, because Vishnu is the Bhaktaram Jagnatapasham. And how to save the spiritual life. King is supposed to be a pious and encourage to citizens to engage to worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is about that 14 to 18 texts, and 19 yesterday's verse that Prabhu was discussing about that. Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who is the maintainer? And he is the original cause of all causes. He is Bhuta Bhavan. He is within everyone's heart. So we need to worship him. And today's verse is Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam. So means Kim Aprapyam. It's nothing is impossible to achieve if we satisfy the Lord Krishna. So that suggests we are convincing to him very nicely, but later on we will see after all he did not listen at all. He refused to listen the advices. He became very angry, very angry. Then sages became strict, which we will see next. It should be some boundary. Just I was listening that Gauranga Das Prabhu lecture, short lecture, that we always try to keep our patience, and this is patience should be for both parties, not one party, and should be some boundary. So we will see that they are boundary later on. After all, we will see that sages become strict. So sometimes we see, sweet upadesh, sweet instruction will not work for him. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to say as well, that according to Chanakya, upadeshi hi murkhanam prakopayona santai. Prakopayona santai. If good instruction are given to a foolish person, he doesn't take advantage of them, but became more and more angry, which we found in that Prahlad Maharaj father Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad Maharaj was trying so many times, but he did not listen. Same here. Saintly people is trying, and they know when I is not going to listen. So why they are giving the advice? But they are trying. Because why? Because the naturally, actually, saintly persons are very merciful. They can go to forest and to do their sadhana, and they will be satisfied. But they trying to do because they are very merciful to the people, to Vena, and they don't have any interest in politics or political crisis in the kingdom. But Srila Prabhupada is telling so many times because that they are very merciful. And also beginning we will see in the Bhagavatam what they are doing in that Noimisi Aranya, the sages. They are organizing the yagna. They are doing the yagna. For whom? For welfare to the people, citizens. Because they always think welfare for the citizens of people. That's why Kaviraj Das Goswami used to tell in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mohat mar sabhave ei tarita pamaro. Means those who are the great soul, they are naturally, they try to deliver the fallen soul. Nijo karjo nahi tabe jano tar gharo. They don't have their own business, still they go to door to request them. They do this activity, pray to spiritual masters, pray to the Lord. So they are their activities of the saintly persons. That's why we will also see how our spiritual Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, he went to America. He saw very difficult to teach Krishna, to teach Krishna consciousness in the USA, because these people are very passionate and ignorance, full of ignorance. But Prabhupada did not give up hope. That's why you will find first thing he wrote in his Markin Dharma, that poem is Rajas tame gune era sabai achanna Vasudeva katharuchi nahi she prasanna. Because most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Rajas tame gune era sabai achanna. They are covered by the Rajas and Tamagun and absorbed in material life. They think, oh, they are very happy and satisfied. That's why they have no taste to Vasudeva Katharuchi. Katharuchi nahi prasanna. That's why they don't want to listen. But tabo jodi tabo kripa hoy ahi tuki sakoli shambhav hoy tumi se kautuki. But Srila Prabhupada is telling, tabe jodi tabo kripa. If you bestow your mercy, it will be possible. So everything possible, because you are the most expert mystic. Vasudev Katharuchi, it's possible because you are the Bhaktaram Jaganta Pasham, Sarvaloka Maheshwara. So sages are telling to Vena, Tosmin Tuste Kim Aprapyam. If we serve the Lord, there is means everything is possible. There is nothing impossible. Tasmin Tuste Jagatishtam. This verse is very popular. If Krishna is satisfied, the whole world is satisfied. We also see in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, that transcendental knowledge, where that is telling the Lord Krishna is telling, Gyanam te hamsa vignanam idam bakshyami asheshataha. Means when the cause of causes, of all causes become known, then everything knowable becomes known and nothing remains left. So we can see also that Mukunda Upanishad, Kashmino Bhagavata Vignate Sarvam Idam Vignate Bhavavid. Means when one is known, he becomes the knower of all. Even that we see in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. If you know him, if you worship the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then if you engage to the devotional service of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is automatically accomplished. Sarva Krita Hoy. So no need to worship the demigod separately. Krishna is the master of everyone, including all the demigods. By worshipping Krishna, everyone is pleased, satisfied. Tasmin tuste jagatishta. So previously, the earlier king we used to tell, and they are Rajarshi, because Raja means Kshatriya's quality they are having, and even Rishi means Brahmanical quality. They are the combination of two qualities. So Chanakya Pandit also used to give in the Chandragupta Maurya that that we should worship Krishna, and what our citizens will do, they should also worship the Lord Krishna. So Sage is also telling to Vena, nothing is impossible to achieve if you worship to Lord Krishna, you will get everything. So Srila Prabhupada giving also analogy in this material world. This is very famous. You all listen to this very funny analogy. And he is telling, material opulences are 0, 0, 0. All are zeros. There is no value. But if you add Krishna, means one, Mamekam Saranam Brajam. If you glorifies one, then it is meaningful. Means what's that? It will be meaning is like 10, 100, 1,000, and million and billions. So Krishna is the root of everything. It has been told to in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, 13, 14. I am sharing this page. Can anyone try to read this? Jatha.
Yata tarur mula nishechana tarayanti tat skanda bhujo upashaka prano upaharasya yatandriyayanam tatoiva sarvartam adhuchate achuteja.
So nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. Means it's telling as pouring water on the root of a tree. Can you read the translation as well, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. As pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfied the demigod, who are parts of that Supreme Personality. Hare Krishna.
It is a similar verse like today's verse, isn't it? So nice. Means if we pouring the water on the root of a tree is very appropriate. Means no need to pouring the water, the branches and leaves and stems. It's also Bhagavad Gita 15:1 we used to see, Urdha Mulam Adha Shakhyam. This cosmic manifestation has expanded downward, and the root is the supreme, is the personality of Godhead, is the upwards. Because Lord confirms also in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. He is the all sources of all spiritual and material worlds. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds, and everything emanates from me. So Krishna is the root of everything. So if we serve the Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, automatically serving all the demigods. Like, sometimes people used to challenge Srila Prabhupada and used to tell him that Srila Prabhupada, so you are here and you are speaking with so many great persons. They are Nobel laureate, they are PhDs, they are so qualified, and you are simple graduate from India. And so you are taking, so people will take this your Krishna conscious, that speech, what you are taking, what you're giving the instruction. Then Srila Prabhupada was telling that Krishna is the father of PhD. Krishna is the father of all laureates holder. So if anyone know Krishna, know everything. Because I know the Krishna, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So his mercy, I can tell you everything about the Krishna. And also we found that after any classes, Srila Prabhupada has started in the ISKCON, do you have any questions? Because we don't, for myself, I did not study, I did not complete Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many shastras are there, but still we try to tell everyone, does you have any question? Because also we found that Prime Minister or anything after their speech, they don't ask. But because all ISKCON devotees ask, because we have strong faith on Srila Prabhupada, who knows Krishna very well, and he is giving the all knowledge. Though means we did not read all the shastras, but still we ask. So that's why we tell, we have strong faith. We have to keep strong faith to our spiritual masters and to Srila Prabhupada. That's why Chaitanya Charitamrita tells Shraddha Sabde Vishwasa Kahe Sudhira Nishchoy. If you have firm faith, and then your confidence will come. Sudhira Nishchoy. Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. This is called Sudhira Bhakti. Shraddha is confident, firm faith that by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna automatically performs all subsidiary activities. Such faith is favorable to the discharge of devotional service. That we are trying to do. I am also trying to do. That we have to do. That strong faith. We have to fully surrender to Lord Krishna and Guru. So also we know the Jatha Deva Parabhakti, Jatha Deva Tatha Guru. We have to develop to firm faith. One who is having unflinching faith to spiritual master and Krishna, then great determination will come and nothing is impossible for him. We have so many examples we have seen. That the one poet, that his name, Vaishnava poet name is Devaki Nandan Das. Before he was that Chapal Gopal. And he wrote, Jar prati Gurudev hon prashanna, kono bigno se nahi hon abashanna. Jar prati Gurudev hon prashanna. With whom spiritual master is pleased. Kono bigno se nahi hon abashanna. Means if spiritual master is pleased, no matter whatever hindrance, obstacles come, he will not unsatisfied. If any danger comes, he is not fearful. Nothing can stop him. So nice. These are the sentence, and these are the quote. Very nice. Also, we can see the similar verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 14:1. I am sharing that page. Can anyone would like to read? Kathan, sorry, go ahead, Prabhu.
Katanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram shukaram bhavet vismrite viprayitam svat Sri Chaitanyam namami tam.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's so nice, Things are very difficult, extremely difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it will become easy, because sometimes so many difficulties come to our life, and and we cross with the name of Lord, name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one doesn't remember him, visnite viparitam tam, every easy things become very difficult. So means we are experiencing every day in our day to day life. That's why we also pray. Mukham karati bachalam pongum langhuyate girim. Pongum langhuyate girim. Even lame man can climb the Giri Parbat mountain. So these are the faith we have to cultivate simply by remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Duskaram sukaram bhavet. A difficult task will easy. And when we forget spiritual master Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then what will happen? That easy work will be the difficult. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to tell always, nacho gao bhakta sangha karo. It's so easy. Yeah. If you come in the Sankirtan movement, only what we do, we dance and eat, and we associate with the devotees. Also in New York, that people used to tell to Srila Prabhupada, they used to tell Prabhupada that our neighbor is complaining. Why? Also my neighbor complains one time. Telling, because you guys are, always dancing and chanting and eating delicious food. You have nice car. So they are telling like this to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was smiling and telling, tell them to join. So nice. So everything is difficult will be Sukaram Bhavet, and because of mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we also find the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was the greatest scholar. In the beginning, he could not recognize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But his brother-in-law, Gopinath Acharya, told him, see, my dear brother, you will understand one day. Means, Ishwar Kripale hoito jahar, sei to Ishwar tattva bujhibare par. When you will get the mercy of Lord, you will know the tattva, you'll know the philosophy. So after 7 days, that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya surrender, and he is going to Jagannath Puri's road, and he is singing Bhaja Gauranga Laho Gauranga. So then after Gopinath Acharya was telling, see that I was telling you, that you will become a devotee and you will know. When you will know, Ishwar Kripale hoito jahar, sei to Ishwar tattva bujhibare tar. So we should have firm faith in scriptures, means sadhu, shastra, guru. When are not satisfied, that's why that sages and saints, they are telling, you are not satisfied to Krishna, that's why you are not satisfied. Please try to satisfy to Krishna. You are exploiting citizens. If you try to satisfy Krishna, and you will be satisfied. So try. Also Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur narrated one story about that boat story. I think you all heard about that. So they have started the journey in the evening for marriage ceremony, and in the morning they saw they in the same place. Why? Because they forget to take out the anchor. So one example I can give you that about the firm faith, Dira Vishwas, the Tapan Mishra. He was the great associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and father of Raghunath Bhattacharya, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that time he was traveling to Bengal, and Vishnu Priya left her body that time, and Tapan Mishra was searching his answer, and he was questioning to everyone, whoever is seeing the sadhu. That question was, what is sadha and what is sadhana? Means what is the goal and what is the process? Then when he met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became attracted with his beauty and captivated by means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beauty. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so beautiful. His Angakanti is so nice. So he was asking to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well, what is sadhana and what is sadhana? What is goal of our life and what is the process to achieve the goal? That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, come to Varanasi, I will give you the answer in Varanasi. And that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not have any plan to go to Varanasi, and he did not reveal that he is going to take the sannyas. Only that Nityananda Prabhu used to know, and he did not reveal anyone. But Tapan Mishra, he moved to Varanasi with his family, with his children, and paraphernalia with bag and baggage. So because the Tapan Mishra is having had great faith, and at that time Varanasi is full of impersonalists. Prakashananda Saraswati was there, but he is having faith, I will get my answer. And he was waiting there for so many years. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, then means after taking sannyas, then from Jagannath Puri, when he was going to Vrindavan, then he stopped to Varanasi. So then he gave to the answer to Tapan Mishra. So he was having firm faith, that Tapan Mishra. Even Srila Prabhupada went to USA when he left India. In his 69 years age, he is having firm faith. How to get the ticket to USA? He struggled a lot, which we can see from the Abhay Charan serial. This is called firm faith. So also we found in last paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is saying that if you satisfy Krishna, all necessities of life are fulfilled automatically. So also he discussed about the Varnashram Dharma is perfect for devotional service, and Varnashram Dharma is the foundation of devotional service. And modern artificial of life, we are seeing, so much disasters. And taking away from Krishna, forgetting ourselves. Also, just giving the example about that birds, they are surviving there in the nature. Have you seen anyone that deer makes that garden for his own grass to eat? Have you seen anyone that tiger they make that meat factory? No, that nature is to feed all of them. It's so nicely Srila Prabhupada described about that. But we are human beings, we are doing artificial way. This is the modern civilization. So also regarding to firm faith, that I'll give one example about that. Arjun Mishra, the Arjun Mishra. He was perfect Brahman, and he was serving Lord Krishna. And but he's having doubt because he's very poor. And that verse from Bhagavad Gita 9.22 is very matching with this Tapan Mishra's life story, that everybody now. Ananyas chintanto mam ye jana prapasyate tesham nitta abhijuktanang yogashyamam vaham maham. When Arjun Mishra told, it's not possible, I am so poor man, maximum Krishna can provide. He did not believe on Krishna that he can carry. But here Krishna said, who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. So much insurance, so much guarantee Krishna is giving to us. I carry whatever my devotees requires. Nowadays, what I see in online shopping, that owner, means shop owner or anyone, those who the owner, they used to tell, I can carry. No, they used to tell, I will provide to your doorsteps. But here Krishna is the boss. He is telling, I will carry. That's why we found Balaram and Krishna. They carried big bag, a huge amount of grains they carried, and they dropped to the Arjun Mishra's home. And after that, Arjun Mishra understands that it was his mistake. We should have firm faith in words of spiritual masters and Krishna. We can at least try. to satisfy Krishna. Tasmin tushte kim aprapam. Nothing is impossible if we tushta to Lord. That's why our Guru Maharaj is to tell, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, that Srila Prabhupada told him, you have so many lifetimes. You passed million of lifetimes. You passed out of million of lifetimes. At least this lifetime, give to Krishna. If you don't get Krishna, there is no loss. Next life, you can do whatever you want to do. So famous story about that, this one, I can tell that about Srila Prabhupada also. That people used to tell, Srila Prabhupada, you always say Krishna, 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 always Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So even when the time of death, if there is no Krishna, what you will do? So all endeavor is useless. But what Srila Prabhupada's answer was, and is, I lead luxurious life, lead aristocratic life. So no, if there is no Krishna, what is the loss? So we are getting nice prasadam and nice accommodation. But you think, if you are not believing in Krishna in time of death, and if Krishna is there, so what happened to you? So this is really, means when I read this one, really stuck with this conversation. But we should try to believe in scriptures. So, but sometimes we thought, oh, it's not possible, and we did not go ahead. But we have to take the examples of our Acharya, those who have given their life, 6 Goswamis, Bhaktisinoda Saraswati, Srila Prabhupada, that give us hope, because they became 100% successful. So why we not? So we will give the how to surrender to our spiritual masters without any condition, without any reservation. That Brahma is telling to Swayambhu Mani in the verse Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, 13 and 9. I am just sharing that one. Sorry. SB 4 39. Is it fair? Okay, sorry. 4. $339. Sorry, bear with me. 13. Yeah, this one. This one. That's Brahma Uvacha. Pritastubhyam aham tat. Can you see, everyone?
Yes, we can see that.
Thank you, Prabhu. Pritastubhyam aham tat sasastistadvam siti sharah yan nirbalaikena hridda sadhi meti atman arpitam. So nice verse, this one. Lord Brahma said to Swayambhu Mani, my dear son, O Lord of the world, I am very pleased with you, and I desire all blessings for both you and your life. You have without reservation surrendered yourself unto me with your heart for my instruction. Very nice, very nice. This verse. Before this verse, just I'm giving the history that Brahma actually asked by Supreme Personality Godhead, you have to make the progeny, and you have to fill up with this world with the progeny. But he first that create the 4 Kumaras. That 4 Kumaras told, no, this is not our business. We would like to stay the brahmachari. Then the Rudra came, but Rudra creates the dangerous creatures, but it's not good for that, for the cosmic manifestations. So told no. Then he understands. Then he did that 10 Manas Putras. They are with Narada, they also don't want to do the prajani. They became Udashin. So it is not, he understood, it is not possible to create prajani unless there is a woman, there is a male and female. Then Brahma creates the Swayambhu Manu and Satarupa. And then he's telling to Swayambhu Manu that I would like to do the prajani, and this is advised by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Then that Swayambhu Manu is telling, means how nicely Srila Prabhupada is telling how the conversation of Swayambhu Manu. He's telling, yes, sir, tell me what to do. Yes, sir. This is he telling, I am ready to do whatever you will tell. But because Srila Prabhupada is telling, we should that come out that word, yes, sir. This should be the mode of disciple. Even he cannot do this, it's okay. That I will discuss with some qualities of the disciples in this verse. This is the main 3 points I have given. And that nirbaloi kheno means without reservation. Then surrender yourself. Then sadhi maiti atma arpanam arpitam, and surrender yourself with your heart. Riddhi. This is 3 main points are here. Then I will discuss about the nirboi likeno, means without reservation. That is should be the prime quality of disciple. So reservation means we know how to book the ticket in train, book the ticket in plane. Means you booked means some conditions are there. No one can sit down on my seat. What here? That some other reservation here means when our spiritual master will tell something, there should be no reservation. Just we can take the example of Lord Parashuram. When his father his father Jamadagni told him, just kill your mother and with your all brothers, because brothers are supporting to your mother. Then Parashuram told, yes, sir, tell me how many brothers I have to kill. I will kill also my mother. So father became, and he did. And his father Jamadagni became so pleased, extremely pleased. And he told, ask my son any kind of boon I will give you. Then he told my father, so revive my brothers and my mother. So if we should, means if we serve Supreme Personality of Godhead and spiritual master without reservation, everything is possible. We'll get whatever we want. And also, this is any conditions will not be there when we perform our duties. So that's why in the beginning in the Bhagavad Gita, that Arjun was having so many delusion, so many concussion. Then he's telling how he will fight against with his kinsmen, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Bhishma, Pitamaha, all are there. But when he convinced by Sri Krishna, then he was telling in that the end of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1873, Nashta Mahasmriti Labdha Tav Prasadam Maichate. Then he told, Karishya Bachanam Tava, means I am surrendering to you without any condition. Then without reservation, we can take one more point about that. We should not selective. Means Srila Prabhupada is telling someone, if we ask some to do work, that we should not tell, I cannot do this. Means cleaning service in the temple and deity worship will be the same value. We should not be selective for that service. Then next I can discuss about the without reservation should be flexible. Means if you are, supposed to give that class today, so if someone tell, can you go there to teach? So that should be also no reservation. We cannot tell, no, I cannot do. But for me, I have to think about that. But this is from that Srila Prabhupada's purport which I am discussing. And I can give the one example about that. that how should be flexible Ramchandra was. Next day, he will be a king. And that night, he got the advice from his father that he has to go to forest for 14 years. Then Dasarath was telling, you are the king, you can kill me, and this is your dharma. But how that Ramchandra is giving the answer so nice. He's telling, father, you told me to be a king, this is also your advice, and you are telling me to go to the forest, this is your advice. So I don't have any problem. Because you are telling me to do, and I am doing as per your advice. So that's why that our bhakti should be the one-pointed attention, like Vyavasatmika Buddhi, Eko Kurunandana. So should be no difference. Just like that the one example I can give one more, that Krishna was asking to Yudhishthira to tell that Asattama hata iti kaja. Yudhishthira told, I am truthful person, I cannot do. Then Bhim told, yes, I can. But Krishna told, did not tell to yes to Bhima and did not tell to yes to Yudhishthira, because he is very flexible with Arjuna. It is called flexible, means without reservation and one-pointed attention. So that's why Srila Prabhupada used to tell, our determination, our thinking should merge with with spiritual masters and Supreme Personality of Godhead. Means oneness, our desire with Krishna and spiritual master. Just one story I'm telling, and that Krishna and Arjuna is sitting in a bank of a river, and Krishna is telling, see, eagle is flying. It's a big eagle. Then Arjuna tells, yes, Lord, I can see the eagle. Then after that, Krishna is telling, it's not a eagle, because I can see it's a pigeon. Yes, Lord, definitely it's a pigeon. Then when it's again come down, that bird, then Krishna is telling, Arjuna, it's not eagle, not pigeon, it's a crow. It's a black. Then Arjuna is telling, definitely it's a crow. I can see it's a black color. Then Krishna is telling, that what you are telling, I am really disappointed your answer. But Arjuna is telling, you are the Lord, you are the boss. If you are telling it's a eagle, it's a pigeon, it's a crow, it's definitely crow. So this is the oneness, one desire with Krishna. And also that what I asked about, that we should not have any desire with any condition. Without reservation, we have to satisfy our spiritual master and Lord, but we have to do wholeheartedly. So means with the simple mind. That when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling to Puri by Jharkhand, he was having bad experience with Kala Krishna Das. He does not want to take him. But Nityananda Prabhu requested him to take that Balabhadra Bhattacharya. He is very, very simple. Actually, what about that Jharkhand story? We came to know by the Balabhadra's only. Otherwise, we don't know. Because he is very satisfied with the Balbhadra Bhattacharya's behavior, attitude. That's why I used to tell, Sharal Koriyaman, Gao, Guno Gaurangero Gan. Always simple-hearted and sing the glories of Gauranga. So this is, I discussed about that without reservation. The fourth point, and last point is that fifth one. If you do the fourth ones, it's okay. But if you do the fifth one, still you will not get the mercy of your spiritual masters and Srila Prabhupada and Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is that whatever you have done, if you are successful, just credit give to the spiritual masters. Don't take the name or fame. And we know that Madhavendra Puri, we can take the example of Madhavendra Puri in Remuna, Lord Gopinath still key for him. So he was thinking, if I stay, I will become popular. That's why he ran away from the Puri, that he will run away from the Remuna. The Kaviraj Goswami was written so nice. He wrote, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Pratishthar bhaye puri gelo palaiya. Means that Madhavendra Puri will not able to digest. He ran away from Remuna. But Krishna Prema Pratishtha chole sange goriya. If you do for Krishna and if you are a devotee, your name, fame run behind of them. That's why when he went to the Jagannath Puri, before that all village people, so many people came to see the Madhavendra Puri, but not for us. If someone, Radha Madan Mohan do, what will do? We'll call media, Twitter, WhatsApp, everywhere. We'll try to tell, but so these are the pure soul and so many stories like that. So that is why we should serve to spiritual masters without being carried by name, fame, prestige. And if spiritual masters extremely please, so we'll get everything. Nothing will remain. So without reservation, simply satisfy to Guru and Krishna without reservation. And without reservation, I discussed 5 points. That is not any condition and should be flexible and without reservation, slow and should be flexible and not any condition and by heart, and name fame will go to the spiritual masters. So that sages are telling to Bena in this way and focus on simply satisfying to Krishna, because Krishna is the spiritual, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Tusmin tushte kim aprapram, tusmin tushte jagatishtam. That Krishna will satisfy through our spiritual masters. Our focus should be on satisfy, nothing will remain. Nothing is impossible to achieve. For this, we have to have firm faith on this word. Krishna bhakti korle sarva karma krita hoy. Krishna bhakti korle sarva karma krita hoy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you. I end my class here. Hare Krishna. And any questions? Do you have any questions? Or any comment? Or any correction? Hare Krishna.
You are laughing at the end. I understand what is that point. Yeah, because Srila Prabhupada only started this way of interaction, because this is very, very important. He is so confident about his spiritual master and on Krishna that he can tell this word. But if people in general cannot talk like this, because this has so much of conviction,
faith,
informed faith about his Guru Maharaj and Krishna, he can tell like this. So you have very nicely explained Tasmin Tushte Kim Aprapyam. Nothing is possible.
Nothing is impossible.
Sorry, nothing is impossible. So everything is possible. Only the goal is to be satisfying the Guru and Krishna. We have explained so many examples very nicely to understand what is our actual aim, what we should do. Actually, we mainly bewildered. And because of the bewilderment, we are just in a tottering condition. We don't know where to stick to and move here and there because we don't have firm faith, especially for me. We just deviate from the right path and search for something which is not real. And that's what makes us so inconfident. But by reading this text 20 and your explanation, which says, yes, if you believe in your Guru and Krishna, everything will be provided. Nothing to worry about. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. You summarized nicely. Yes, I also don't have like firm faith. Yeah, I should also. We are trying to develop. Yeah. Any correction? Any comments from any other devotees, please? And forgive me if I say some big words and not applying myself.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice class. Enlightening so many examples, so many places. Very enlightening class. To keep in mind. Very much.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. This is from the Srila Prabhupada and from the devotees' mercy.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Another thing, just I was just recollecting. You gave example of Tapan Mishra. So what kind of faith he had? He just left his all belongings with all family and he moved to Varanasi only on the instruction from our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you will get the answer. For a simple thing, if we analyze the situation, for a simple thing, he moved the whole family to Varanasi. But in my case, if we are told to do something a little war, we don't do it. We hesitate to react on it or to accept it. And he, on the word of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for his own answer, he just moved all belongings to Varanasi. This is the example of real believing Guru and Shastra and the firm faith in Lord. Thank you, Mataji, for
Yeah,
giving
thank you,
such a
Prabhu.
good example.
Thank you, Prabhu. Actually, also I don't have, but we are in this path. Gao Gao Guno Gaurangero Gano.
Yes.
That we are doing. That firm faith will come surely one day. This is our goal. Yeah.
Because we have complication in our mind.
So many concoctions. Yes.
So
yeah.
Gao
Yes.
Gao Puno Gorangere Yaman.
Man, yes. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
The Prabhupada ki jai. Our grace Sita Anandini Mata ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpataru bhashta kripa sindhu bhava jo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav Brinda ki jai. Without Vaishnava's blessing, we are zero.
Yeah, that example also is great. Zero has no value. So what we are earning is all zeros, but we don't understand that zero has no value. Except when it is added with one in any place, it gives some value. Thank you, Mataji. Hare